My name is Wendell Adams. I'm the Prepared Wanderer, and if you're a new viewer, welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. Lots of great content, so stick around. All right, today we are going to be taking a look at some U.S. manufacturers, or makers, I should say, not manufacturers makes them sound a lot bigger than they really are. Makers of quality bushcraft and survival gear that maybe you've never heard of, but you need to. And these are my top picks, and they have some of the most innovative, well-made, cool gear around, and I love them. And I want to show what I have in my pack today. So let's take a look. If you follow this channel, you know that I have done tons of Hidden Woodsman reviews of all the different packs, bags, pouches that he has had through the years. And I've been following Malcolm really since he started. I feel like I was one of the first customers that bought some of his gear, and his capabilities as a sewer and a designer have really skyrocketed. He has become so good at what he does, and he really makes some nice stuff, and he's always coming out with new things. He's trying new stuff, so you need to check his website out. This is a pack of his that I don't believe he is currently selling. This is I believe the EDC Ruck. It is a fantastic small day pack that is perfect for hiking out in the woods, but it holds enough stuff to get you by for easily. Nice elastic pouches on the side for canteens and water bottles. And I think you can see here, quality stitching. We've got box stitching right there. U.S. Camo material, Cordura material. Just everything that he does is quality, and it's all made here in the USA, and it's all made by him. So another cool product that I just got is from Atwood. Atwood is a U.S. manufacturer here in Ohio of paracord and other types of cordage, elastic cord, micro cord, Kevlar cord, all kinds of different stuff. And this is their new spool tool that they have, and it's really awesome because for like, I don't know, I think the price was like under $18. You get this with 100 feet of real 550 paracord with the inner strands, but as you can see, it has the cutting tool built into it, so you can unwrap that and then slice yourself off a hunk of paracord very easily, right? But the neat thing too about this is it has this built-in pod at the bottom, and it actually fits a Bic lighter. So just a really innovative little tool. And the cool thing is that this container is much deeper than just the Bic lighter. So if you wanted to include maybe a few other things, or if you wanted to put like a mini Bic to take up less room, you could do that. And then it's got this little cap. Pretty nice design. Cord management is always such a big deal, especially when you're out camping and you're trying to set up stuff. You get these big knotted wads of cordage, and having 100 feet of paracord in your go bag, your get home bag, or your bushcraft pack is an essential for most of us. So next products I wanted to talk about are from Father Nomad. Now, I didn't have a lot of knowledge of Father Nomad. He is someone who is on Instagram. I've been following him for a little while, but really haven't kind of paid attention, I guess, enough to the stuff that he was making. And the cool thing is he's a one-man shop. I think this is probably his extra job. It's not his full-time job, but he is 3D printing some very cool, innovative products. And I'm going to show you a few of these today. He has these very cool mini Chemlite holders. And the plastic that these are made out of, they come in different colors. I chose the orange. I love the orange just because it's high vis. I can see it out here in the woods. Really a cool little product. But what's neat about it is that this has a clip that will attach to your pack. So you can clip this in to your MOLLE, built-in clip. and then that will clip into any kind of webbing, 1-inch webbing or molly. And then he just sent me this one. This is once again the same Chemalite holder, but it's smaller. And this one is a prototype that he's working with. And what's cool about it is instead of the clip like the other one, this actually has the split in the back. This is very similar to the Fastex buckles that are the repair buckles like you get in the military repair kits. That's what they do. They'll do an offset split, and then what that allows you to do is with 1-inch webbing, you're able to thread that on there, and it takes a little bit to do it. You can get it done. The webbing, the more flexible the webbing, the better. Some of the real stiff webbing, it's not so easy to get on. It always takes me a few tries to figure it out. Sometimes angling a little bit. There we go. So then when you have that on there, so now if I'm hiking out in the woods with a group, I can snap that. That'll glow. People can see me either from the front or the back. And then this product really, this is the one that I think really piqued my interest with his stuff, because I've never seen anything like this, and I thought it was such a great idea. So what we have here is a 3D printed adapter that goes on your heavy cover canteen, your titanium canteen. It allows you to thread your Sawyer squeeze and other types of Sawyer filters and other filters directly onto your canteen. Let me show you how this works. So if you have the heavy cover or Keith titanium canteen, which are the same setup, this product will thread directly on your canteen, and what that allows you to do is to thread the Sawyer water filters, and particularly the squeeze, directly onto your canteen. And what's awesome about that is, so you have your Sawyer system, you have your bag, which is your dirty bag. So you're going to collect your dirty water with this, and you're going to attach it directly to your squeeze, and that's the flow direction. And then this adapter, this goes right into the top of that adapter. Right, nice solid connection, easy threading. And then you take your canteen, which is empty, and then that screws directly on there, just like that. And the connection and the threads are perfect. So if you're a machinist and you understand about threads and how crappy threads can drive you nuts, this is not bad. This is perfect. He's figured it out. He's got the thread down perfectly. There's a good solid connection. There's no leaking from here. Now there are these weep holes on the sides, and I believe those are in there for airflow, because without air then things don't tend to flow as easily. But they're off to the side, so it really doesn't affect the water. So your dirty water is in here, you're squeezing it down, you're letting it run down through the filter, and it's going into your canteen. So in essence, what you're doing is you're kind of doing a similar setup to like a Grail. So if you don't want to use the Grail system because you already have your Sawyer, you already have your canteen, now for 25 bucks, which I think that's what the price of this adapter is, you've got a filtration system that you can, filter small amounts of water on the go. What's cool about it too is the adapter came in this mesh bag, which was pretty nice. And then there is another adapter that has different threads for other filters, like the older Sawyer regular filters. So this particular adapter also works on the narrow mouth clean canteen bottles. So you've got a lot of options of different filters, different bags, and different canteens. He also makes an adapter specifically for the Nalgene Oasis, which is another great option. So, just no one is making this kind of stuff that I know of. First time I've seen it, and I think it's incredibly innovative and just forward thinking. Like he's coming up with stuff that other people have not thought about. So that's why I love these Father Nomad 3D printed products. They're fabulous. And the last piece of gear from Father Nomad I wanted to show you is this spool that he makes. But what's so different about this one compared to other spools that are on the market? He has built in grooves on the side, and it allows to place needles, and they are big enough to hold a sail needle. So it came with the sail needle. It came with this black rubber band, and that holds the needle in place. This side has a groove, so I added a smaller needle so I can have two different size needles. And then on mine, I added Kevlar cord. So that's awesome for sewing. You can fish with it. You can do a lot of stuff with this Kevlar stuff. It's very tough. It's actually hard to cut with scissors. You have to use a knife blade. And I added a safety pin to it because that just helps with sewing and repairing gear if you have a safety pin. And it comes in this nice bright orange 3D printed plastic. There may be other colors, I can't remember, but check out his website. I'm going to have a link down below for that and see what you guys think, but it is an awesome product. So another company that I've actually been working with for years and have done many reviews on is a company called Black and White Firestarter. Black and White is another kind of one-man operation. I believe he's out of Wichita, Kansas. He has an Etsy site, and he is selling and has been selling for years very cool fire starting kits and gear, in particular man-made tinder type materials that I think if you're on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, there's all these companies that are selling that kind of stuff. But he's been doing it for a while, and I really like his products. And he's one of these small companies that doesn't have the huge marketing dollars, so he sells on Etsy. He's making all this stuff by hand, but he has some new products. Now this is actually something I've had for a while. This little tin, and it comes with these little resin impregnated kind of pieces of wood, so like kind of a man-made fat wood jute material that's been soaked in some kind of accelerant along with cotton balls, and then these tinder tabs, which I love. These tinder tabs, these are some of the best out there. You break those apart and you throw a spark on them and they will go. So the first one is this. It is a little ferrocerium rod built into this wood handle that holds your jute material. And what's kind of cool about it is there's kind of a couple different ways you can utilize this. So you can take the jute out, obviously, and cut a section and then fluff that up. And then that can be what you put your sparks into, and that will help get your fire going. Or the other method is you can fluff this up and use this kind of like a match. So you'd fluff this up, hit it with a spark, that will start burning. You put that under your pile or into your tinder bundle, and then when you're done with it, you put that back in. So what I would do is I would start separating the fibers like this. And then pull that back. Yeah, just like that. You got fire going. See that? So then he also makes a couple of these little cordage holders. This one, I've got a small diameter bank line on it. So cord management is such a big deal, like I said before with other products. Any way that I can keep cordage in my pack and keep it organized and untangled, this is a great way of doing it. The other cool thing is this one, which came with the jute on it, and you can tell it's a different material, and that's because my understanding is that this actually can be scraped and used as a fire starter. So of course, you start cutting into that, you're going to end up losing your reel and not be able to use it again. But if this was like an emergency and you wanted to get something going, you would have that ability to do that. There we go. So the last company I want to talk about is Tuff Possum Gear. Tuff Possum is another Ohio company. I know the owner, Jay Berry. Fantastic young man, great individual, very nice guy, but also one of these small makers who started with a dream and a sewing machine in his house and started producing gear, and now has really grown to probably pretty high status with most bushcraft survival people in the industry and into the hobby. They know his stuff. He's featured in all kinds of posts on social media and videos. I've done videos of his gear before, and his stuff is so well made and so well designed. So this particular pouch is probably one of my favorite products that he has. There's kind of an interesting story with this product. So I had a military fold-up first aid kit, one of the tri-pouch ones, those cheap nylon ones. And I cut it and used the pouches individually. And the big pouch on that first aid kit is about the size. Well, I showed it in a lot of my posts on Instagram, and Jay Berry contacted me. He's like, dude, can you give me the dimensions on that pouch? I like the dimensions. That looks like it would be a handy size. So I measured it, sent it to him, and he came up with this. And this is his general purpose pouch. And it's so far better than what I had, but it's a great design, and I use this thing all the time, and it's really kind of become my kitchen pouch. So I'll keep my bandana, food, fold-up cup, various food accessories, snacks, my spork, but once again made of quality Cordura. I believe this is 500D. Comes in a variety of colors, and what's cool is he really had the forethought to put on loops with D-rings. And when this pouch first came out, there was really no explanation of why these were there. Just you could put on whatever you wanted to. Well, he came out with his own shoulder strap that attaches to this, and you can use any shoulder strap you want, or you can use his. But then now this becomes a very nice small possibles pouch that you can take with you when you get to camp. So set up your camp with your bigger backpack, pull this out, put the strap on, carry it, and then you can hit the woods, and you can put your survival kit in here, your water filtration kit, whatever you want to do. And what's great about this is because of the 500D, it actually stands up pretty well on its own. So you can have contents in there, and it'll stand up a little bit. So, very simple product, nothing much to it. I mean, it's just a pouch, right? But that he saw something in that one post that I had, is just on this stupid little thing that I did, and he took those measurements and he ran with it, and he had a great idea, and he came up with this, and I love this. Now, the other product that I just love of his is, actually, I'm sitting on it. is this. His sit pad. You know, I've kind of harped on this on some of my videos in the past, that sit pads are such a crucial item to have in your kit. You know, when you're out here in the woods and you're starting fires, setting up camps, you know, tending to your cooking, a lot of times you're kneeling on the ground, and if it is like today where the ground is just completely saturated from all the snow melt and the rain we've had, you want something underneath you so your knees don't get wet and soaked, and then when you're sitting around a campfire, your butt doesn't get wet. So a sit pad is an essential piece of gear for me, and I really recommend people having some kind of pad in their kit with them when they're out and about. What's great about his is, once again, 500D Cordura construction, very well sewn. He's put tabs along the perimeter, and what that allows you to do is to run some shot cord through this, and now this can be put on the front of a backpack. Fits very well with the Hill People gear bags. Since one side is high vis, that can be your signal panel, your signal marker. You don't have to carry an extra signal panel with you, but also if this thing gets dirty, the pad comes out very easily. See that? And then you can throw this thing in the washing machine. It's just a great design. Now, another thing that I like sit pads for, and I think some of the bushcrafters will probably understand this and have probably done this with a sit pad. It makes a very good way of fanning a fire. A lot of us, you know, back when we first started doing this kind of stuff, would carry the blue foam sit pads in our packs, and that would be the way you'd, you know, fan your fire to get it going, and it works really well. But this one's even better. Get that fire going, so that's another way of using it. But this pad can come out, and now you have a pretty good sized bag. And this bag could be stuffed with a sweatshirt or clothing, and this could be your pillow. You could put some paracord on these tabs, and this could become a foraging pouch. So there's different ways of using this. It doesn't have to be used just as it's intended, and that's what I like about a lot of the stuff that I've been showing today, that there's multiple ways of using it. You have to use your imagination. These guys have come up with really innovative stuff, and it allows you to, you know, do cool things out in the woods, and that's what I love about it. All right, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. Please check out the links down below to these makers. Check out their websites, look at their gear, give them a try, support US made companies. These are good people making good stuff, and I care about them, and I care about what they do, and I want to show them to you, so hopefully that helped you guys. If you like this content, please do me a favor. Leave a comment down below, like, subscribe, share, let other people know about the channel. Also check out the affiliate links to my Amazon store, to my Big Cartel site where you can get Prepared Wanderer patches and stickers, and preparedwanderer.com for all things Prepared Wanderer. And we will see you next time on the Prepared Wanderer. Thanks for watching.